Alright, well, back over here today. We're doing this building pad. See, I got the shops up, got the electrician over here. I jumped over here yesterday, knocked a hole there for them to put the conduit down. The electric company's gonna come out, they're gonna replace this pole and put a transformer. When they come out and do that, then we'll tie the ditch in and they'll run the line and they'll hook into the electrician's conduit once he gets it in there. But right now we got our gutters run down and out, so we're not putting a bunch of water around the foundation here. And then we hadn't got to the back end yet. We're expecting to have rain all week, so right now we just got it piped down here, down there to the bar pit, just so it don't wash this bank out. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the ground real quick this morning while I'm over here. Got Mini over here, and the other one there, I already yanked the pipe out of the way. I'm gonna clean this gravel up so we don't waste none of it and get it out of the way, and then we'll just dig a trench there and over there and daylight it down there at the bottom. And that way all this excess water off this big old roof just has a place to go, rather than eroding everything out. So well, there ain't nothing to it but to do it right. Check this out. Just fell right out the bucket. Oh yeah, that's a killer. Man, look how pretty that one is. Holy cow. Sweet. Alright, got her trenched in there. I guess about here's where we're gonna daylight it. Oh, there it goes. Check with the property owner. Well, there's a piece of flint. Debitage. But make sure that's where he wants it before we there's a little spring coming out there. Anyway, make sure that's where he wants it before we continue on. That ought to get the water out of here. homeowner went to go get some screws. We're gonna put some screws in it and finish covering it up and go do the other one. Those clouds out there don't look too good. Big old thing of thunder there a minute ago. Well, I hope it blows by. Yep, here comes the rain. Well, it's working. I guess that's it for now. We're all soaked. We'll wait till it dries and finish her up. Alright, so after about a week of rain, we're finally back over here. Finally dry enough. Still a little bit of moisture in the ground, but it's going to be dry enough to get her finished. There's what we got. And held up pretty good. Was able to get that hooked up in the pouring rain, so it didn't completely wash our bank out. So back over here now, I'm gonna fill it back in. And I don't know if I got any of it, but homeowner and come over and in the rain when I was over here hooking this pipe up, and got some straw mats, some seed stuff put down on the ditch over there. And I'll walk over here so you can see a little better. So so it's not going to wash out. I don't know how well it shows on the camera, but the slope is a little bit steep. It's not, you know, too steep that you can't get on it and mow it or anything, but it would wash out. I'm a contractor all the time, leaving stuff all over the place. But anyway, we'll get this stuff cleaned up out of the way here and get this dirt knocked back in the hole and get her covered up. get it strawed and seeded, and then we're probably gonna do a little bit of ditching up here on the front for some water diversion coming off this hill. We got some French drains we put in here. They're working really well. Got the hole dug for the electric, and there you can see the French drain there in the hole. But as you can tell, we've had some water in there coming off this hill, so we're just gonna put like a little swell up here on the other side of this driveway. Try to get some of it to go that way, and some of it's probably gonna have to go that way. I don't know, we'll figure it out when we get there. Then anyway, we ain't worried about that yet. First we're gonna get this gutter pipe. Let's go ahead and get it finished up, get her done. And I got, you see where that pipe comes up out of the ditch, so we got water that's sitting in that pipe. It's gonna hold my pipe. I done that so it wouldn't, when the water run down through there, it wouldn't pull the pipe out. And obviously it worked, because it didn't slide down the hill on us. So all right, well, the machine's probably warm by now. Let's get her done. All right, making progress. Got somewhat backfilled. To get this pipe over here and release this water here. See what. There she comes. All right, well, we'll throw a little bit more dirt back in the hole. All right, got her backfilled and got the sod put back in place best I could. I've been sitting out for a week getting rained on. Kind of fell apart on me, but it's in there. Get a little grass seed on it and put some straw mat on it. A couple rains and some green grass on it. Should be good to go. So still a little bit damp, but wait on it to dry completely, we'll never get it done. All right, pipe's back in the ground. Got that patch back together, and put a little grass seed and straw mat on it. Should be good to go. Time to move on to the next thing. All right, now our next objective here, everything's trying to get water off our shop here. Got this little bit of a swell. It's working pretty good. And we're going to pull this back a little bit for the driveway, create this little extra barrier. But got a lot of water. I don't know if you can see, it shows up in the camera, but you kind of see where the dirt's filled in that gravel coming across there, and over on the other side of the driveway there in front of the truck. It's an awful lot of water that's coming up through here somewhere, and this ditch just kind of fades out right here. So to me, I think there's water coming out up here in the woods, so I'm gonna go up there and check that out. So we need to figure out what I need to do. I'm thinking we probably need to just take this ditch on up, but with all the stuff in the way, I can't really determine what we got going on. So let me walk up in here and see what I can see up there, and see if I can get a better look. Maybe we can find out, see what's going on up here. Alright, so I'm up here just beyond where we're just at. And it looks like we got a little bit of water coming. There's a little bit of a trench here, but not much of one. I get over here, and you can tell leaves are washed out, blowed out. That goes right down to where we're having a problem with the water going right across the driveway. You can see the excavator maybe through the woods, a little yellow spot. Truck's right there. Water's coming down through here. Yeah, you can really see it up here good. So we gotta get this water here redirected. It's coming down. Well, right there where we don't want it to. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to bring this ditch on up and shoot it out that way. Well, this sure is a nice oak tree. I bet you that thing's every bit of 475 years old. Maybe older than that. Well, if that tree could tell some stories. Alright, I gotta stop getting distracted and get back to work. Alright, let's skim this back a little bit. Got a little bit of a ditch right here, so won't get too carried away. Try to keep it where we can mow it. Probably come down here, track that down, I reckon. Easiest. Good size rock. last little bit. Or track that down, that'll be that. Alright, we got a little bit of a swell in there. Still a little moist, but we're gonna come back, do some more ditching and stuff, and it'll be drier. And more I run a machine across here, the more I'm tearing it up, so I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. This big old rock here right in the way, so I had to dig this out, make it a little bigger than what I was hoping to have to do, but that ought to catch all the water. We get some pretty heavy rains, but I guess we'll find out. But like I said, I'll come back and slick this up when it's dry enough to actually do it. But she's roughed in there. That's it for now. We'll get back over here and get this other little ditch done. So I don't know if I'm going to leave you here or continue on, but whatever. We'll see you next time. Alright, back over here at the shop. They finally got us a new light pole and transformer up there, so they told us we can go ahead and put our trench in so they can run the electric over here. They didn't get hold of me, let me know when they was coming over, so I guess they just had opportunity, so they ran and did it, which it's almost impossible to coordinate stuff like that. But anyway, regardless, we got to go ahead. They got the pole in, so we're gonna finish this ditch here and I guess swerve it around over to the pole, and then I believe they said they have the I might be able to come out and run the wire tomorrow. So a little late in the day, and it's hotter than Jesus out here. But we're gonna get her done. Alright, well, no way y'all gonna believe this, but I found some rock here in Tennessee. A couple more over there, and some more in the pile, and some more up there. Anyway, I got this one moving. I think I'm gonna be able to yank it out of there. I know there's a big one in here that I tried moving with a dozer and track loader, and a big girl over there. I know it ain't going nowhere, but I'm not sure exactly where it's at. So hopefully we can get around back over to that ditch. But I'm gonna yank on this rock a little bit and see if I can't get a pluck out of there. let the machine take a break after all that. Y'all didn't have no doubt, did you? We got her dug. Now hopefully the power company will be over in the morning. And throw some conduit and some wire in there. Put a little backfill and our caution tape on there, and we'll put the meter in there and flick the power on, hopefully. Well, I'll see y'all in the morning.